Ariel, Helwani in Rosemead, California, getting set for UFC on Fox alongside the UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez. And Cain, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. How much do you hate all of this? There's a lot of hoopla, a lot of buzz, a lot of media. Do you enjoy any of this?
I know it's part of the sport, you know. I definitely do it to the best of my abilities, but if I had my choice to do and not do it, I would definitely not do it.
Just show up on Saturday night, right?
Show up on Saturday night, you know, yeah, train, you know, for the whole training camp and show up on Saturday night and fight.
But on the flip side, did you miss it all? Because we haven't seen you in a year. You haven't been a part of this whole machine. Did you miss it?
You know, I miss fighting. I miss training and fighting. That's the only thing. You know, I love what I do for a living. I love going in every day, training for a living, and I love that I get to fight for a living. So I mean, that's my dream job, and I definitely miss that.
Now, I'm wondering. Obviously, you had the shoulder surgery. At what point did you feel 100%? You had the surgery late last year. At what point did you feel as though you were back to the guy that you were before the surgery?
It took a long time, you know, just because with this type of surgery, coming back, you got to come back slowly and kind of build up after that, you know. So it was kind of just knowing how my body felt, being smart about the workouts, and kind of just building up until I was 100%. It took a while. It took a couple months for me to finally feel like, yeah, I'm back to where I was before, and you know, just trying to stay healthy.
You feel 100% now?
I feel 100% now. Yeah, I feel like the whole training camp, the shoulder was no issue at all, and I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that, you know, the UFC has the best doctors in the world to care for me. So.
Does this feel like all the other fights? I know you fought for the title before and you beat Brock Lesnar, and that was a big deal, but does this one feel different to you?
It doesn't feel any different, you know. It feels like any other fight. I take it as any other fight, you know. I just know what happened in front of me, and I mean, that's pretty much it.
Even when you hear Dana saying this is the most important fight in UFC history, that doesn't get to you?
It doesn't get to me at all, you know. I've always just known of what I have to do when I get out there, and that's, you know, go out there and win. That's the only thing that went through my head. I can't be in control of anything that's going on the outside, you know, around the fight. So, I mean, it's out of my control.
Dos Santos, known as a great boxer, but against Shane Carwin, he showed tremendous, takedown defense, even great, you know, wrestling overall. Yeah. I'm wondering if you're impressed with him, and on the flip side, what do you think is his biggest weakness?
I'm definitely impressed with him. You know, he does do everything. You know, he's great boxing. He relies on his boxing, but he does little kicks. He does do takedowns. He has great takedown defense. So he does everything. He really doesn't have a weakness. You know, we're finding a guy who's really well-rounded, but mainly likes to keep the fight standing.
Now, did you go 100% in training? Obviously, we know that you're a machine, but with all the talk about the injuries and whatnot, did that ever creep in the back of your mind that you can't push it if you're having a bad day? If you did have a bruise or something, that you would take it easy because this is so important?
You always got, you know, you always have to just pay attention to your body, and you know, bruises and everything else. I mean, you train through that. You know what I mean? With the shoulder, we had to be careful, but once it felt like it was 100%, then I mean, I went 100%. You know, that's part of, you know, you get hurt in this sport all the time, but you just work your butt off.
How do you see this one playing out?
I think it's gonna be a 5-round fight, a 5-round war. That's how I always have every fight playing in my head, and that gets me ready. It gets me focused.
Thanks for the time. Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot.